So recently we just got some NBA 2K26 powered by Pro Play information, and it reads dominate every possession with immersive technology that directly translates NBA footage into realistic gameplay. Feel more connected to every dribble and crossover with revamped size-ups, and experience fast-paced, dynamic movement with all new Pro Play features. So that right there, man, I'm telling y'all. Pro Play is back in NBA 2K26, man, but what it does seem like is that we are getting an update. So the third year in a row, Pro Play 3.0. Is this going to save NBA 2K26? We're about to find out today. I got a lot of news in store for y'all. So once again, man, I just want to say thank the Lord above, King Jesus, for another day and another opportunity. So comment down TG for thank God and where you're tuning in from, and I will definitely be sure to get back to you with a response. So coming up with this, video today, I'm going to be getting into the breakdown of all of the NBA 2K26 news cycle and everything that you need to be followed up with the latest and greatest NBA 2K26 news. So coming from Double H on Twitter, 2K announced that the next NBA 2K26 news will drop on July 27, breaking down gameplay and game modes, describing it as showing us improvements inspired by community feedback. This should be interesting to see what that entails. So if 2K stands by its word, man, and they really listened to the community this past year about the updates and changes we wanted, man, I'm telling you, mark your calendars for July 17th. That's going to be a big day as far as what we can expect moving forward throughout the rest of NBA 2K26. And if we do get some gameplay, man, I'm telling y'all, I'm going to go crazy with this. So turn on post notifications, man. And if it was your first time coming pro, be sure to hit that sub button. If you're new, smash that like button. It really helps me out with getting this video on the recommended pages. And last but definitely not least, man, if you want to be a part of the family, turn on post notifications so you don't miss any uploads. So I'm going live just about every single day. So this next screenshot, Road to NBA 2K26 live streams. Join us for the official Road to NBA 2K26 live stream series, streaming on Twitch, YouTube, X, and TikTok to be the first to see this summer's biggest reveals. We'll tip things off next week on Thursday, July 17th, with a sneak peek at some new features coming in NBA 2K26, including improvements inspired by community feedback and when to expect gameplay and full game mode breakdowns. Plus, don't miss out on the new Twitch drops. Watch 2 hours of these upcoming streams on Twitch to unlock exclusive locker codes for NBA 2K25 containing a MYTEAM 100 overall pack, MYcareer skill boost, and more. So if this is true, man, 2K is telling us. They took all of the information from NBA 2K25, NBA 2K24, and they're using it in NBA 2K26, man, to make a better overall game. I think that's a huge W if this stands true. Now, shortly after on Twitter, YT Solo went ahead and put out a tweet. This is how one of my viewers sees NBA 2K26 early access. Your thoughts? And the comment reads, pay the big bucks to gain access to be 2K's guinea pig / beta tester. Yeah, okay, y'all go right ahead. So, I got mixed feelings about this, man, because I feel as though for years the community has been begging for some type of demo, prelude, and the fact that we get to play this game 7 days early, there's always that one person that is going to see the negativity in something positive, bro. I definitely understand his perspective, but this is also something that, before we move any further into any other comments, I really just wanted to go ahead and share one that I got on my previous video from yesterday. So coming from Boss 1984 IFY, dude, there has been 9 seasons since they started this system of season passes. I'm not getting the hype behind this video. To be honest, I see the same thing every year. We get our hopes up that 2K will give us what we want, and yet they drop the ball year after year. Why pay extra to be a beta tester in a AAA game? The game always has update after update, and sometimes an update to fix what errors the last update made. This is tragic and should be a crime against humanity. As a consumer, we get ripped off from time to time dealing with different businesses and their policies. With 2K, it's pretty much a guaranteed thing daily, weekly, annually, and I'm finna pass on this body like John Stockton. You guys can have it. I'll either wait for the price drop, as it always does as an incomplete game, only like a month or 2 after launch, or just leave it on the damn shelf as a whole and spend my money elsewhere. Which, to be honest, the second option sounds so much better. I'll get the itch to play, but once the nostalgia of all the money spent in previous years kicks in, I'm sure I'll get over it. And you know, this is just something that, if this is how one person feels in the community, bro, especially with receiving an incomplete product, imagine what the rest of them feel, man. I can definitely understand where he's coming from when he's talking about updates after updates, and especially having to pay to win and play. That's something that I feel as though we should be rewarded more VC or make builds cheaper moving into NBA 2K26. So just the other day, 2K did put out a post on their Discord, and it's pretty much the same thing about following the stream series coming up on July 17th, so next Thursday. And then, you know, I wanted to go ahead and take a few different tweets that I've seen from the community, and this is actually going to come from 2K Intel. So 2K just announced that the next NBA 2K26 update is dropping July 17th, covering gameplay and game modes. They're teasing improvements inspired by community feedback. Glock19 went ahead and quoted this tweet. He put interesting. So hopefully we can get some early, you know, dribble heads at Community Day for NBA 2K26 to really see if this is going to be a good year for dribbling, bro. So someone like Glock19 is someone that I would highly recommend. Also, we got another tweet coming from Ja. He put, I might have to frame this quote. You know how many times I heard people mention Ja in YouTube videos this year? More than Ronnie 2K, so he's basically just as famous as Ronnie 2K. And this comes from B1S, so, you know, man, the Twitter community is something else, bro. But I really love the fact that we are all interconnected on that, and just to, you know, be able to connect with y'all, man, and share my thoughts and opinions is something that is truly special. In this community, I feel as though not enough people are mentioning the name of God, Jesus Christ, and I'm going to share a little scripture with y'all. This one's coming out of the book of Amos 5, verse 24. But let the judgment run down as waters, and righteousness as a mighty stream. And this is exactly what we need to replicate as a community, but as a believer in Jesus Christ, bro. So just a small but powerful message that I wanted to share with y'all. Now, coming from the description, if you go ahead and load up on PS5 or Xbox, you can go ahead and see the description for NBA 2K26. And as you can see, dominate every possession with immersive technology that directly translates NBA footage into realistic gameplay. Feel more connected to every dribble and crossover with revamped size-ups, and experience fast-paced, dynamic movement with all new Pro Play features. So this is something that I feel as though I'm really excited about, bro, to have a better dribbling system, but also reward the community for it, man. I truly feel as though this is the year for any up-and-coming content creator. Put yourself out there, upload that content, and I promise you, man, you're gonna see how much things have paid off. Now, coming from B1S, 2K hype season be more fun than the game. People getting along and nerding out together. Once the game drops, it's bickering and tribalism. And you know, I can definitely understand where you're coming from, bro. A lot of people before the game comes out, it seems like we're all a tight community, but once it drops, everybody's complaining left and right. Patch this, drop this, and I definitely feel you, bro. Now, coming from Yadman Gaming, let's see if Michael Wang taps back into his prime for NBA 2K26. This is something that we need to see out of Mr. Evan and Mike Wang, bro. So I'm really happy about it. Shout out to Yadman Gaming. And also, you know, if there's any types of recommendations that y'all want to see in the next few videos, make sure you turn on post notifications, because I'm uploading the latest NBA 2K26 news. And this does confirm coming out from Evan, just verifying the 2K26 live stream series. So just something that I feel as though this is a small taste of what we're going to actually see, and it confirms it right here in his tweet, bro. So also on top of that, you know, something that I feel as though as a community, bro, it would be really exciting to know sooner or later which kind of builder system that we're getting. And I'm going to read another description before we close out this video. So, build a MyPlayer that transcends the game in MyCareer and rise from a budding prospect to a global superstar. Take over stunning environments where you can team up with friends and challenge rival squads for bragging rights. You know, this is something that I'm very excited about, bro, because I feel as though, who knows, maybe they're going to split up the city or park into different sections, and maybe that's what they mean by, you know, taking over stunning environments. There's so many different things that I have, you know, interesting on this tweet. But so I got another tweet coming from Double H. He's pretty much announcing the 2K26 news cycle drop on July 17th. This is the earliest we have ever gotten info. This is exciting. And Evan put out, very intentional. I know the wait between pre-orders and the first full breakdown can feel like a long time, so this is a new appetizer. We're still chatting about each of one of the main modes for the first stream, but don't expect us to drop all of the biggest announcements yet. And this is the last tweet that I want to put out for y'all. So breaking, Rucker Park Street Ball is now officially NBA and NCAA sanctified. And you know, this means we potentially can see a Rucker Park in NBA 2K26. I'm going to leave that to digest for y'all. But once again, thank you so much for the support. God bless every single one of you. And I'll see y'all in the next one.